You're not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating.
Procrastination, noun, is the tendency to delay activities that
We'll never stop procrastinating.
Nearly 95% of people say they do this. It's 5 p.m. and your homework's due tomorrow. Time to open up your laptop and check your phone. Wait, oh Mr. Beast, you can't be doing me like this. Oh wait, that's such a sick video. Okay, so it's only 17 minutes. Come on, like, let me just watch this. But wait, it's 7 o'clock now. Like, I should probably have dinner. But wait, no, but like, straight after dinner, I won't be able to focus because like, I'm digesting and like, it's just like, I need to have a break after dinner. Let me just scroll on TikTok for 10 minutes. Wait, no, 15, because then that's like a quarter of it. No, but I'm mad that I've got for like 30 minutes at that point. Oh well, now it's too late, I might as well just do it tomorrow. And this is the cycle of procrastination. Nearly 95% of people say they do this. And the definition of procrastination is to keep delaying something that must be done, often because it is unpleasant or boring. And procrastination is a habit. If you just continue what you're doing, you're gonna end up wasting years, opportunities, and success. You're literally sacrificing the happiness and years of your future self just for that 10 minutes of TikTok. And what you don't realize is that every time you procrastinate, your prefrontal cortex, your brain is literally getting smaller. Your brain is shrinking. But the solution is easier than you think. I'll give you non-basic strategies and protocols that you can take to stop procrastination. And the last thing I say in this video might literally change the entire course of your life. The first thing is you have to understand procrastination. Procrastination is actually your body trying to protect itself. It's avoiding a task because you see it as threatening. Flight, fight, or freeze. And this stress overpowers impulses from your prefrontal cortex, which regulates long-term rational thoughts and your emotion. You decide to just postpone that task like an alarm, because in these modern worlds, we don't actually need to deal with a threat right now. We can just do it later. We can postpone it. We can procrastinate. But back in the caveman times, if a bear came up to you, you'd have to fight it there right now, right? You couldn't be like, oh wait, bear, just give me 10 minutes. Like, let me just finish scrolling this TikTok before we fight. Yeah, just like wait up. Like, that's just so weird. But now we can just push it forward and deal with it later, because we're not gonna die, it's fine. We're most likely to procrastinate because of emotions of stress, dread, or incompetence. Studies show that participants are more likely to put off tasks they perceived as challenging, and the perceived difficulty increases as time goes on. So the longer you procrastinate, literally it's harder for you to stop. It's like an insidious virus. You leave it too long and it's too late. And procrastination is a habit, as we already said. So the longer you spend procrastinating, your prefrontal cortex shrinks. But the more times you resist procrastination, it gets bigger. So people who struggle with low self-esteem are more likely to procrastinate, because procrastination is actually not the same as being lazy. You can actually procrastinate by caring too much, and you're scared that you won't live up to your high expectation. Imagine a skilled sculptor who has been commissioned to create a magnificent marble statue by the king. He envisions a masterpiece, a work that will awe and inspire. However, he stands before the blank block of marble and he's paralyzed by fear, and his mind floods with doubt. What if I can't create something worthy of this grand material? What if I make a mistake and ruin the entire block? What if my vision falls short of expectations and the king doesn't like it? And it's a coping mechanism. Your brain's trying to stop you from reaching that negative emotions, but it's not a good one. So now that we understand it's a stress response, there's two paths you can take. You could either increase self-discipline so that even though your brain feels those things, you can just overpower that and be like, nah, I'm just gonna do that anyway. And this is actually really hard, so I'll create a video on this later. But what we're gonna focus on in this video is reducing the negative emotions and triggers that cause procrastination themselves. The second thing, the morning. And this would definitely surprise you. I could have easily just said, break down all your tasks, make smarter goals, but we're going to be talking about the morning because it's the most important part of your day, and it's actually going to make or break your day and decide whether you're going to procrastinate or not. What you do in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. By doing something challenging in the morning, it makes it so your brain's already done something hard early in the morning, so you're less likely to procrastinate as things feel easier after that. And that's why people go on a morning run or do an ice bath in the morning. It's really challenging so that your day will feel significantly easier as you've knocked off a big accomplishment for the day. And I'm not telling you to go for a 10k morning run or do an ice bath every morning, because we're not going to do that. But a way that we can actually excrete endorphins and have a sense of accomplishment is to just wake up earlier or doing a non-digital activity like meditation, exercise, journaling, or reading, and it can increase the positive emotions, and this leads to a better mood and more optimistic outlook on the day. This This is so important in some cultures that I remember my parents saying to me that you shouldn't argue in the morning because just that little bit of negativity in the morning can ruin your entire day. Checking your phone the first thing, it prompts a dopamine hit in your brain, and your brain seeks to repeat that for the rest of the day. Each time you check your phone, and starting your morning off by checking your phone, it makes it so that you're exponentially more likely to do it throughout the day. And that's why for an actionable step tomorrow is to just not wake up and check your phone first thing. Just do one task, whether it's doing 30 minutes of that hard assignment you're putting off or meditating, journaling. Start your morning with something that you wouldn't do normally and something that's difficult. Look at these two graphs. If you start your day by doing something hard, the amount of motivation and power you have to do and spend on other tasks is going to be up here. So even though you use it up and it goes down over time, you're going to end up with a good day. Whereas if you start your day off with something easy, it takes us so much willpower and discipline to go up to do that harder task. And then all you do is scroll your phone, which is easy. But then you have to force yourself to go to the gym, which takes up a lot of stress, time and effort. And that's why the eat the frog principle is actually good. You can start your day off with a hard task and the things will get progressively easier. You've done the hardest thing, so with that momentum and sense of achievement, you can go on to do other things. But this is quite subjective. As I asked some of my friends and it was mixed. If you had to eat a frog, would you eat it at the start of the day or at the end of the day? Some people prefer to build up their motivation by doing small tasks, but do what works for you. And the third thing is self-acceptance. The worst thing about procrastinating is that as you're doing it, you know it's bad. As you're on your phone, as you're watching Netflix, you're just I know I have to be doing something else, but I don't know, man. Just don't feel like doing it. Yesterday I was literally watching a 3-hour anime recap, and I was literally, as I was watching, I was what the hell? I didn't even watch anime. This is just so random. But I was scared to do work because it seemed too hard. But as you learn, as time goes on, it gets harder to stop procrastinating. But so instead of being tough on yourself or being hard on yourself, we actually learned that negative emotions can cause procrastination. So to decrease that, it's better to just accept in that moment that you're procrastinating. And with what you learn in this video, how procrastination works, how negative emotions can fuel it, and how procrastinating doesn't equate to you being lazy, you can start thinking with the right mentality. Be honest with yourself why you're doing that and not doing the work that you should be doing. And figuring out why you're scared of failing, or figuring out why you can't find the willpower, will actually make it so you start breaking down these habits of procrastination. Because we've seen that just hating yourself won't work. So actually just by being more aware and acknowledging in the moment, right now I'm procrastinating because I didn't start the morning, right? Or I'm lacking motivation to write this big essay. It can actually make it so that it's healthy bargaining and you won't reinforce this procrastination habit. I have a Notion template specifically for creating habits and stopping procrastination, like waking up. So if this is something you would like, check that out. And anyway, I hope this video was valuable, and as always, remember it's never too late. The best time to take action is now.
And by the way, if you always find yourself procrastinating on Discord or Reddit because you want to be productive, you want to be finding good things to do, but everything's just a distraction and you end up wasting time, join my school academy, Superior Students. You'll find students just like you and other people whom you can interact with and ask for tips about procrastination. And there are people out there, students just like you, who are actively already doing the same things you're doing, trying to reduce procrastination. So if that's something that interests you or you just want to ask advice from me, join Superior Students from the link below.
And as always, I'll see you next time.